What up, it's DJ Young Mase, aka your mixtape general, live here at Mix Factory 1 Studios. Right to me is Calicoe. You know what time it is from. You see them on the Smack URL. You see them all over the internet, man. He's blowing up. He's crazy, man. He just battled Loaded Lux. Last year's Summer Jams, just battled T-Rex. This year's Summer Jams, and he destroyed, I'm sorry, Summer Madness. It's like it's the Summer Jam of battle rap, man. And then he destroyed Math Hoffa. We'll get into that in a little bit later. And your first Summer Madness appearance. Watching the Lions game is Sunday. Off the bat, I'm not going to wait until the end of the interview to ask this. Top 5 Detroit Lions players of all time. And I know you're a big Lions fan. So I need the top 5, your top 5, no particular order, Detroit Lions players of all time.
Barry Sanders.
Number 1.
Barry Sanders.
Okay, Barry.
Jason Hanson.
Jason Hanson.
Nate Burleson.
Nate Burleson. What up, Nate?
Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson.
Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, is he the best quarterback we've ever had?
I'm only 23 years old, so for what I can remember,
you're giving him
I can just remember Charlie Batch and Scott Mitchell, and I think Stafford is way better.
What about Rodney P?
I was not alive.
Okay. Hell, man. Yo, top 5 off the bat Detroit Lions players of all time. We got Barry Sanders, Matthew Stafford, Megatron, Nate Burleson, and Jason Hanson.
Yes.
That's right?
Yes.
All right, cool, man. Yo, enough of that top 5. I want to get into something, man. Listen, Summer Madness 3 just went down. And how do you feel of the outcome? How do you feel of your performance against Rex? How do you feel overall, just looking back at it? Do you look back at it? Do you look at it again?
I look at it every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I don't really watch my battles over and over. I watch it once because I didn't rehearse the shit so many times. Right. I'd be tired of this shit for real by the time y'all get it.
You kind of want to see certain pieces of it, a crowd reaction.
I actually be looking in the background. I be looking at certain people and his entourage and, you know what I'm saying, certain people reactions on stage. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason I look at the battle, you know.
So what do you think?
I think I did great. You know what I'm saying? I think I went out there and did what I was supposed to do. I went out there and got that W, came back home with it. You know, I just put on for my city anyway, so.
That's what it's about?
I just try to make Detroit look good as possible, you know?
How do you feel it's important for you being like the new leader of battle rap from Detroit, man? What is your...
Man, it's crazy. I remember growing up like, man, I killed them niggas, man. I can do this shit, you know what I'm saying? Looking up to niggas like Miles and X Fact, I still do to this day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Niggas,
shout out to X, shout out to Miles.
Niggas was the first niggas ever that was not from New York to battle on Smack. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at, I learned so much from them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be where I'm at without them. You know what I'm saying? Miles and X actually made me want to go harder. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Like the niggas made me want to be on top of this shit.
Right. You know do they give you advice before big battles? Yeah. Do they call you and say, you know, look out for this?
The veteran advice. Okay. You know, they always put me on my P's and Q's about shit that I wasn't even paying attention to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I always listen to them. The niggas like mentors for real.
Going through what you went through, Summer Madness 2, and all the extra blog activity, the coffin coming out, all the extra stuff.
I knew it was some shit going. I knew something was up when they offered me that check. The check was too big. I'm like, something is happening. They giving me too much fucking money. I knew it was a setup.
When you look at all of that you went through that battle, battling Lux, who, you know, for some will probably say one of the best battle rappers of all time. You being so young and taking that challenge. Does everyone else after that, even you taking the Rex battle, does everyone else look like, I battled Lux?
Everyone else is easy, yeah.
Everyone else seems easier to you?
After what I went through that night, like, I'm prepared for anything now. Like, I wasn't prepared for... I was prepared for some shit that night, but I didn't know it was going to be that dramatic. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was going to be so many antics, so many, you know, props. Yeah. Because I didn't think that was what battle rap was. You know what I'm saying? It's about show up, say what you got to say, and go home.
So you learned from that experience in a whole. Yo, I want to get back to Summer Madness 3. And you know, we're from Detroit. I was just with Calicoe in the studio a couple days ago. And we had a small meeting, and he showed up with like 7 people. But what I'm interested in, I want to know about later on in Summer Madness 3, the incident with Math Hoffa and Sirius Jones. Now, I know everyone can say what they can say if that was me or if that happened.
Right.
I mean, just off rip. Do you think that if Sirius Jones or anyone else of that matter had their boys behind them or had their team or their crew, that punch would have been thrown?
I look at it like this. It's not about who behind you. It's about the respect that a nigga got for you.
Right.
Because if I want to punch the shit out of you, I don't care who behind you.
You're going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
Right.
But if I got a mutual respect with you, then no, we're not going to go there.
Right.
We can talk it out like men. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what the
I
battle
look at
is
it like, if Math was going to hit him, he was going to hit him regardless, whoever was with him. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it just make it worse that he didn't have nobody with him.
Yeah.
But who shows up to a battle without an entourage? Like, I mean, like I told you, I'm prepared for anything.
Right.
That don't exclude nothing. I'm prepared for a fight. I'm prepared for a shootout. I'm prepared if these niggas want to pull out their little pocket knives that they be having, little razor blades out their mouth. I'm prepared for all that because I know what we doing. This is not the industry. This is street ball. A fight can break out on the basketball court at the Rucker at any time.
Right.
I feel like what we doing is like the and one of the music industry.
That's a good way of putting it.
You know what I'm saying? So, no, we ain't at the Grammys, my nigga. So why wouldn't you be prepared for a fight?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you think that outcome did for Math? His
I think it did
legacy or what not?
He kind of like
that just like shut him out like for good. Like is that like it? Like we don't see Math again?
I mean, you might see Math again, you might not. You know, I don't know, but you know, I ain't really too. I
just wanted to get your opinion on it, you know, like, cause battle rap is to some people looking from the outside and they're not really following the culture.
It be so much shit going on that a lot of people don't know about.
Right.
Nobody knows why he really hit him. They had problems before this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, first of all, if I know I had problems with a nigga, I know I done said this type of shit on the internet, I know I done said I would do this to this person, I'm not showing up unprepared.
Right.
Flat out. I mean, ain't no other way around it. Like.
No.
I mean, I don't like it. I don't like the fact that he hit him. It was wrong to me. It was wrong.
Where's the next battle?
It's looking like January 5th, New York City, against DNA.
Against DNA? Can we say that?
It's not on Smack or it's not on nothing like that. It's just it's a new league called Empire.
Okay.
And they got that scratch together.
So DNA
I'm gonna knock his other tooth out.
DNA January. And say that again for me.
I'm gonna go knock his other tooth out.
Math Hoffa style?
Yeah, something like that.
Yo, it's Rap City Detroit, man. Yo, top 5 right now. I asked X Factor this. I'm gonna ask you top 5 battle rappers, not including yourself, all time.
All time?
All time, taking it back to the Cassidy days, the Lux days, to right now. Top 5 battle rappers all time right now, my man Calicoe.
I gotta go with Murder Mook, of course.
Who?
He put in work. Loaded Lux, of course.
Lux.
He put in work. Party Artie.
Party
Artie.
Artie.
One of my personal favorites.
Okay. Okay.
QP is one of my personal favorites.
QP.
Yes.
Shout out to QP, man.
Shout out to Clean Paper. That nigga is one of my favorites. Like, I don't think nobody can beat him if he's at 100%.
Yo, I've heard that before. I've heard someone else say the same exact thing.
Yeah, if he on this shit, if he really sit and practice and rehearse, I don't think nobody can beat him. And my 5th will have to be
alright, QP, Hollow the Don. This is not in any particular order.
This is ever though. This is not like
ever.
active.
Ever.
Yeah, this is ever. So I had to, you know what I'm saying? Because I would not put Mook
or
Lux in my shit right now.
Wow. Okay.
But ever, I have to.
Ever. Yeah.
Because of the body of work that they have.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
So top 5: Loaded Lux, Hollow the Don, QP.
Got the ability to freestyle, man.
Hollow.
Hollow the Don. Yeah, he got the ability to freestyle, so it's like you never know what you're gonna get with Hollow. So he gotta be one of your favorites. He gotta be because
now you got DNA coming up, and he got some pretty good freestyle ability. But I mean, like, are you? Yes, no.
DNA is DNA. He gonna give you the same shit every time. That's how I feel about DNA. DNA, I can damn near tell you everything you gonna say about me right now. You ain't even wrote. You probably ain't even done writing your shit, but I know what you gonna say.
Eminem.
Typical. Okay, typical.
All right. So DNA coming up January. Not worried about it at all?
Nah, not worried about it at all. I might start writing on like New Year's.
What's this battle?
The 5th.
Come on, man. Yo, it's Rap City, Detroit, DJ Young Mase. I can't even deal with this man right here. You know what time it is. I am your mixtape general, live from Detroit, Michigan, home, Mix Factory 1 Studios. The place is RapCityDetroit.com. The interview right now with me and Calicoe. You know what time it is, man. Yo, Calicoe, give me some shout-outs before we get out of here, man.
Yo,
slide on up in there, man. Give me some shout-outs.
Shout out my whole Landslide team. Shout out Ivy Duncan for providing us with this beautiful studio, man. Shout out to my nigga Young Mase hosting that mixtape. The entrance is coming soon. The entrance will be here. Top of the year. Shout out Rothstein. Shout out my dude Ed. Shout out all my people that's behind me. Shout out Blackface. Shout out Rock Bottom.
Blackface, what up, man?
Shout out Rock Bottom. Shout out all the niggas in Detroit that's trying to make it.